all that tip. Wrap the tips. My ear ringing. Yeah.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. We good.
I hope the microphone caught the noise. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. We're three guys talking about the world, our life, and how it goes. As you guys can see, we got the microphones situated and figured out so we can actually, you guys can hear us.
That was the first time you did without a stutter. Congrats, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So today, I think we're going to talk about adversity. What's one of, it doesn't even have to be the biggest, one of the biggest adversities you've ever had to face, and how did you overcome it? And what was your mental process going through it?
Well, everybody knows that, you know what I'm saying, losing my brother was number one. But my number two was probably like dropping out of school, man, dropping out of college. Cause like my household or like my family is just like they was like counting on me, you know what I'm saying? Like I was the guy, you know what I'm saying, like to finish school, make it, you know what I'm saying, make it pro or whatever the case may, you know what I'm saying, would have been. But for me, like I had to sit down, like it was nice in my dorm room where like I didn't know like why I was there. It was like why am I studying this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I just didn't have a purpose. Like, it felt like I didn't have a purpose, and I hate to like live life like without a purpose. You know what I'm saying? So like, I decided to like, you know what I'm saying, quit school. But I had to have a plan. Like, I had a plan before I quit school. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me out on like the how did I handle it part. But yeah, man, like I had a plan before I left school, but my biggest adversity, like what I'm saying, was to leave school. Which is now like one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, best decisions I made in my life, I could say.
How about you, Dan?
Not to sound like a person who life is all dedicated around football, because it's not. But I just say, like, you know, with me personally, from going from my junior year to my senior year, and the way I performed my junior year, it brought like a lot of adversity to me, because like, you know, you got people, you know, thinking like, you know, he not gonna be that good, he not gonna be this, he not gonna be that, you know. And you know, y'all two guys, y'all saw it in me. It was just the point of me having to put that out and display all that. So that's what I would say my biggest adversity of, you know, not to say that my life is revolved around football, because it's not, but you know, that's just the biggest like adversity that's hit me like so far in my life, because I was just expecting, you know, whenever somebody ever was like, you know, my like going into my senior year, everybody was like, oh, mine, I got this person, they got David, I'm not worried about him. You know, I mean, I know about some people who said it, like, you know, it'll be people make fun of, you know, the stats I had my junior year, but then just for me to come out and do what I did my senior year, and make all of them choke on every bit of the words they put out there, but yet, you know, people gonna hate, so they always gonna try to find something to say. But at that point, you just realize it's just hate, you know. But yeah, I say it's the biggest adversity I hadn't been through, you know, as far as I know. What about you, Makai?
I think on a larger scale, probably accepting who I was as a person.
Okay.
Going through elementary school, I didn't have any problem. You don't really start figuring out who you are until I'd say 7th, 8th grade in middle school, or was it different for you guys?
I think for me, I didn't really find out who I was until like my 10th, 11th grade year.
Mine was probably 10th grade, bro. 10th, 11th grade. Like I realized that life was bigger than ball. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was
not only life being bigger than ball, but also like who you are as a person and who you are outside of.
But yeah, I had to get over that life was bigger than ball for me to find out who I was.
Cause you just felt
You know what I'm saying? Like I was a ball player. You know what I'm saying? Like I was but bigger than that.
I had this. I say that as in like when you find out who your actual friend group is, that's when I figured out, you know, who I actually am.
But we're gonna talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, around my 7th or 8th grade years when I started like coming into who I was and, you know, figuring things out for myself. And I've always been like a real independent type person. But for some reason as a younger person, I think everybody struggles with this or struggled with this to an extent. I cared a lot about not how people looked at me, but how my character, like who I was as a person, was perceived. Going into high school more so, in elementary school I was that guy, me along with David and Jeremy. Middle school it was me, probably Prince, and then, you know, the athletes. And then high school I felt like I started over, like I didn't have a name there. The only thing I did have going was I was the most athletic guy working out with the high school football team. I don't know if you remember, but I was the only 8th grader working out with the actual high schoolers, and then everybody else was working with what the head coach at the time called the Cubs. Y'all were the Tigers, and then they had the 8th grader in the back working out with the Cubs, and I was working out with y'all. So, you know, at that point I had a little bit of more comfortableness, I guess. I was a little more comfortable, but finding my own voice, finding my personality, and just working through that, honestly. It was different because I'm not like anybody there.
True.
And so I had to adjust to an environment that I felt like I had never been in before.
True stuff. But that's hard though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like anywhere, like adjusting is pretty tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, it don't matter what environment you. Well, I wouldn't say that because adjusting for like everybody is not tough, but for most, adjusting is hard, especially like when, you know what I'm saying, like you never seen or done that. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember like it was intimidating, honestly. Like I ain't scared of nothing, but y'all was intimidating. I remember it was our first or second day of workouts. We come in, y'all blasting music. Delonte Evans jumps on top of the lockers, like without his hands, just jumps up there and turns and sits. And y'all blasting music, dancing and all this. One, that ain't my type of music. Two, how did he just do that? Three, somebody gonna get hurt. They finna hurt somebody.
Yeah.
It was a lot for me.
Then you got Lil E and Eric and Rod and Nigel and Rod D, Bubba Colvin, Trey Lou. Somebody got a stick in their hand and they blasting music and they all in a big group walking around so they gonna beat up. Luckily they tried to get me one time, but you know what I'm saying, I had
I never had that problem. I think a lot of our freshmen, I think our school is not known, but it is known within the, you know, y'all class especially, and everyone before y'all, freshmen used to get bullied bad.
Yeah.
Like, I remember they was telling the story one time.
No, my freshman class was legit though. Like, my freshman class was legit, bro. Like, we didn't get bullied. Like, upperclassmen, like, they mess with us. You know what I'm saying? Me, J Pop, Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was legit. We didn't really get bullied.
Did y'all play park with the people that
some of them, yeah, some of them, most of them actually.
Yeah,
most
like
of them
were
like DeAndre Coleman, Ewell. I ain't really know Jalen.
DeAndre Coleman or Charleston.
Charleston. But yeah, a lot of those guys, I ain't really know Jalen until, like, you know what I'm saying, I got to mind them. But most of those guys, like, we grew up together, you know what I'm saying? They knew me as Jit. They knew me as a legit, so.
Nobody knew me. And he went to Moody, so definitely nobody knew him.
Rod D knew me from elementary school.
I knew Rod D from elementary school. That dude got big.
Yeah.
He was not that big in elementary school.
Tutu knew me.
Of course he went.
child to grown man.
Yeah, two me too.
But adapting to that. And then I was a gymnast prior to coming into football. I ain't hit nobody, man. And then I got, big old 215-pound Dominique coming through the hall.
215, 225.
Well, for me, it was like walking. Like my when we used to drive the bus up to mine or whatever. Like I used to walk in it. Like I was a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't never like small. You know what I'm saying? So like we walked in the gym or the locker room or whatever, and those guys was huge. Like those guys was like
CJ
big.
Cleveland,
Yes, like from the lineman, like we had like a Mexican lineman, like he was a short guy, but like, he was still like ripped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I never get that big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is these guys eating up here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what it is? But like, I wasn't intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had Stacy, you had, you know what I'm saying? You had DQ brother, Marquez, Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Like all these guys I'm going against every day for scout team or whatever. But like, I wasn't scared. It was just like, man, I'd never get that big. But like when senior year rolled around or junior year rolled around, and I'm looking at myself, it was like, bro,
I am that big.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like them.
Yeah.
They senior.
Yeah.
So like when our freshmen came in, they probably said the same thing about us.
Yeah. I just remember my most comfortable spot was that I could work out better than anybody in there. Gymnastics did give me that. Like I say without a doubt, all around. I don't want to say stronger, but I was just working out takes most gifted. I don't even know that I go gifted. I'd say I was the hardest working, for sure. Would you say that? I say I was the hardest working, and the fact that I was always pushing myself because I wanted to prove myself. And my freshman year, not even freshman year, my 8th grade year, going into the high school, I was benching 205 pounds. Never lifted a weight in my life. And then one day I was benching more than any DB that was there, because that was my group. Benching more than any DB that was there from senior to freshman. So I think my strength, I guess, would be the answer to how I got over it. Because nobody would mess with me, because they were like, I had a strong guy, but like they wasn't scared of me. They just respected me. I think that's how I earned respect. But yeah, what was your topic?
I was gonna roll around. When was it a point where you felt like a certain group of guys were actually your friends, where you just felt comfortable with them? Like, you know what I'm saying? When did that hit for you? Like, okay, so and so, these my guys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the question is, when did you realize that your friends was basically your friends?
Yeah.
I guess.
With like
So
eliminate, you might have your big group, whatever, like football for example, you might have your big group, you feel me? Y'all might laugh and talk, but which ones out of them was like, okay, that's my guy, like that's my friend.
Like, we're gonna keep in touch after we graduate.
Right.
Or did you think everybody was? We're gonna keep in touch.
For the most part, man. For the most part, the class of 2020, like we tight, bro. Like we tight. Like I honestly can call up every one of them. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not my friends, or you know what I'm saying? Like, we might be associates, but like we tight though. Like I can say like we tight. I don't know like if they'll just pick up because it's me or what. You know what I'm saying? But we tight though. Like.
Yeah.
It didn't matter, but like when I noticed, like I don't really have a lot of friends. I probably can count on my hand, you know what I'm saying, about my friends. But I realized like you know what I'm saying, who was my friends when when the situation, you know what I'm saying, happened with you know what I'm saying, you got death in the family, you know what I'm saying, you struggling a little bit, you know what I'm saying, whatever. When I leave my wallet at home, can you cover? Or you know what I'm saying, like whatever. Like, when somebody like pass away, you know what I'm saying, everybody in your corner. You know what I'm saying? But a couple weeks later, you know what I'm saying, everybody fade. But the ones that still there, you know what I'm saying, making sure you straight. Shout out KB, Jay, you know what I'm saying, Gory, y'all guys. So like, I mean, like the people that stay like through adversity, you know what I'm saying, not just for the moment. That's how I figured, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah. I think for me, it really clicked for me. I'd say this year, a couple of weeks before we graduated. Cause you had them times where you just not on your phone, you just in your room, you just thinking. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking, I was like, man, like, a lot of these folks really not your friends. Cause you start looking back on things they'll say, especially like, everybody like to show out in group chats or whatever at certain times. So, you know what I'm saying? So you look back on things that people say, you know what I'm saying, what they say about you, what they bring. Also, like when y'all going back and forth, how low they gonna hit in front of all these folks?
Yeah, how low
how low they really gonna hit?
Part, yeah.
Right. And like,
I mean, bro, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? What you receive when somebody angry. Because like what they say, right? They been feeling like
right.
And
then on top of that, I started weeding it out when you got certain people, they go in places here and there with a certain group of people, but it's like, dang, I never got asked, hey, you want to go here, you want to go there, but yet when I have events or something at my house,
the first one to show
y'all
up.
y'all showing up, y'all doing that, but why when y'all got something going on, y'all going somewhere, why am I never getting, you feel me, hit up? But the ones that do hit me up are the ones that's been at my house, that didn't came to anything that I didn't had, and the ones that like actually feel me, look out for me, the same way I do for them. So so that's when I started figuring out who were my actual friends, who can I bend my back for, who gonna bend their back for me. That's what I'm talking.
Personally, I'm a real extrovert. So I wouldn't say that I'm fake, but I would definitely say that everyone who wants to be cool with me thinks that they're cool with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, but I've always been being able to pick, like who's gonna be my real friends. I felt like it was more of me picking who was gonna be my real friends. Like people from elementary school, I knew all the way in elementary school that me and Thomas was gonna be tight forever.
Fair.
I didn't think me and you was gonna be tight forever.
Me and Makai didn't like each other. We didn't like each other.
I hated you.
We didn't like each other.
I thought me and
Don't put the name out there, my boy. If you didn't think they were gonna be, if you thought they were gonna be close with you, but they're not close with you now, and you feel the type of way,
I'll just leave it alone.
I'll leave names out.
But
cause I just left a lot of names out.
When I met you back in high school, like when we found each other again, bro, I was like, this is gonna be my dog, man. Right. I remember our first conversation of when I realized David Gardner. That's David from elementary school. But I forgot you existed.
Cause you remember Coach Gray was like, David Gardner? Who is David Gardner?
And then he came and asked me, he was like, do you know a David Gardner? And I was like, no, I went to elementary school with one, but I don't, and you don't see me and you don't like spoke like, yo, what's up, where you from? Oh, I'm from Moody, like, we done had whole conversations, like me and him had whole conversations, and then Coach Graves, I think he was checking out or something.
Yeah.
He was like, David Gardner, and he was like, do you know a David Gardner? And I was like, I mean, I went to elementary school,
I ain't seen him since.
We ain't no David Gardner here. David comes up. I'm like, you're David? He was like, yeah. I was like, did you go to, what elementary school you went to? He was like, Adamsville. I was like, oh, he was like, yeah, bro. Like, you ain't realize. It was a situation, bro.
Right, yeah.
It was a situation. We had a whole talk after that. I knew Alice was always going to be my dog for the simple fact that he's dedicated.
Right.
Me and people who are dedicated to things have no problem getting along.
Right.
Pat Cheeks.
Fat cheeks. But the fattest
The other week, bro, that was so fun. The other week.
What?
Coming
at my house.
I ain't get about it.
You did. You was out of town, remember?
But I didn't get an invite.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Pull that up. But me and him have been cool since like 7th, 8th grade or whatever. But You know, I feel like for them, I thought he said.
Nah. I ain't say that. Whatever you thought I said, I didn't say that.
You ain't say comedy thing.
No.
Pat came to that.
Yeah.
He didn't come to my graduation party.
Take that up with Pat.
Take it over, Pat, my boy.
After the podcast, I'm sending this to Patrick.
Mr. Patrick Star.
Mr. Brother.
Mr. Cheeks. Mr. Cheeks.
But yeah, so would you guys say that there's a way to find out who is your real friend, or does life take that course?
Life takes
I honestly think life takes that course, man. Like you, I mean, I don't know. I think life takes that course, like, cause if you pick, man, like, you'll probably end up leaving somebody out that really was your friend, or you know what I'm saying, accepting who you really want to be your friend, but like don't need to be your friend. Like it ties into the needs and the wants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I know both of y'all have said on a religious level, you know, you've prayed to God to take people who don't need to be in your life out of your life.
True stuff.
So
And like a lot of people gone. You know what I'm saying? Like people that I grew up with, like all that. Like there's a lot of people gone.
Right.
A lot of people.
And what J. Cole said, time will tell who is on my side.
Time will tell
Who's saying that?
who is
on my side? J. Cole.
Let him sing it.
on the KOD album.
He ain't
Let
singing
him
too
sing.
good. He ain't got
Yeah, he ain't no
vocals
singer.
like
He a rapper.
that. He ain't no vocal.
Let
But
him
you feel
sing.
me?
Let him sing.
You want to hear him sing? You rather hear me sing it than him sing it.
Neither.
You don't want to hear J. Cole?
No.
Close.
Close. What's the what you want him to talk about today?
Third topic, man. With our generation, like, survive without social media, like, but the reason I say that is because, like, how you knowing what's happening, like, how you knowing what's happening, like the parties, or you know what I'm saying, like the whatever, like, it's through social media.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people connect like through social media. Some people find people through social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it may be, like, social media is big, bro. So like if something was to happen, you know what I'm saying, like, God forbid or whatever, but like something was to happen and like it was no more social media, like, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know we would have to adapt, adjust, but like, we like
Can we still text each other in this world that you're making up? Are we saying no technology, like no phone?
No, it's technology.
It's
Just
technology.
no social media.
It's just
like
no
the Facebook,
Instagram.
Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok.
But you
Okay,
still
so I can still text you.
Yeah, you can tell.
Okay,
But here's my thing.
I feel like people would be, it would be major. People would be major introverts or major extroverts. It
Because
would
just
be
think about it.
extreme
You know how
one
many
of the
people?
two.
You know how many people have my Snapchat but don't have my number?
A lot.
I like to keep it that way.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I'm just saying though, like, so some people get in touch with me or like let me know about a event that's coming up through social media.
If you don't have my number, then I'm not coming to your event. Only important people have my phone number.
Here's my thing.
Everybody's important,
Right.
But I'm just saying,
Bro, here's my
everybody
thing
is
on it,
important.
bro.
Everybody.
Look, bro, here's my thing. We'll talk about that on the next one, my boy. Is everybody important? That's the first topic for the next podcast. But here's my thing on it, bro. A lot of people, they don't have a life outside the internet. And and here's my thing about it. You have, like, you know, a lot of people that, you know, like, for example, you have people on Facebook that don't do nothing but post stuff every day. Facebook comedians, whoop whoop. But in real life, they not like that. You know, some folks
people that flash money, they
You
spend
feel
that
me?
money,
Like,
they wouldn't eat.
Right.
Still gonna be broke. when
Right,
you turn
like
on the
folks
internet.
can be posting all this money. Look, social media help people live a certain life that they always would want to live, but then really not living it. And a lot of folks would be broke on the inside if social media did not exist. And it's just being honest. Like, on social media, you can paint yourself to be whatever you want. Heck, you can go in your bank account right now, pull all the money out. You know, you can probably have like $500, but you put all them 500s and 20s, folks think you got it gonna look big. But in reality, it's not a lot of money. You
Barely
know,
a car note.
right? So you can make
That is my car note.
right. So you can make yourself seem a certain way on social media than what you are in real life. So a lot of people be broke. A lot of people went not broke as in like money, but broke as in on the inside spiritually. So they wouldn't know how in the world to live.
So I think this holds true in the fact that we've had social media and then it got taken away from us. I think we would work perfectly fine if we never had it.
Yeah.
But we're living in a situation where it got taken from us
Like as of today.
Some
people would like go into depression.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, if we never had it, then it'll be cool. Like,
That's
cause
what
I'm not gonna say like
I'm agreeing with what you said.
like I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna like, you know what I'm saying, talk about it like too much because honestly, like I gotta find a better place to store my time than social media because I spend a lot of time on social media.
I saw
also,
your help cry.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I will survive most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like I got family members. I got a big family. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of ideas they throw it at me or whatever. But like most people
would not survive.
Would not survive.
Plus, they
Because I feel like a lot of
attention too.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of people look for validation from social media. Like if not, and it, like even from what you're talking about, like from being a thug or whatever. Like the only reason they would do that, you know, or flash their money is because they want validation from other people. They want them to think that they hard. They want.
But some people, friendships based off how many likes you get, or how popular you are, or how much money you flash.
But also a lot of friendships that I know one of when they started getting all these likes on your social medias, they start acting a whole lot different.
I mean, on that same note, social media, especially like for me, you, in a sense, you know, I make money from it.
Mm-hmm.
So, if somebody with 200 views on Snapchat asked me for a shout out, why would I give him my thousands and thousands of views, and at most he gonna give me 200 if every single person who views his story adds me. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's just more for you though.
I feel you, but. And I thought about it that way, but I feel like I'm helping you more than you helping me. So I feel like social media, when you get to like that large level, like when you get to them large likes.
Some people like just don't matter. What you saying? Because there's.
I'm not saying some people don't matter. I'm just saying I'm not gonna be the company to give you your big break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hiring you.
Man, look, I'll be the one. I'll be the one to help somebody out, bro.
Me too. Like. I get a lot of views. Like if anybody, I really don't do shout outs at all.
Me
like,
neither.
period. Like, nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I've
But
done
if
two
somebody
before.
was to ask me, you know what I'm saying, like shout me out, put me on Snap for Snap or whatever. Like
I just leave it.
if I mess with you, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like
but don't be
if
no
I
random.
mess with you, but
if I haven't talked to you in a year,
Right.
and you ask me for Snap for Snap, it's like, where have you been? You know what I'm saying? But like, if I ain't talked to you about 2 months or whatever, like since we graduated, and like you ask me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying strangers. Strangers will come up. They'll see.
Man,
see the clout and be like, "Hey, can I get a shout out for shout out?" That's like me going to Beyonce. "Hey, can you put me on your Instagram so I can get a sponsorship from Adidas?" No. Even if she took the time to read the message, no. She's here, I'm here. You know what I mean? So, I feel like in this world, if we're not friends, if I'm not benefiting from you, like on a stranger standpoint, not friends, not people that you interact with on a daily basis. I've never acted Hollywood with any of my friends, but I'm gonna act Hollywood with people online.
I mean, I don't act Hollywood with nobody, honestly, because I don't meet strangers.
Right.
Like I don't meet strangers.
I meet strangers.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody
wants some, and that's why I meet strangers.
I guess. But I just don't meet no strangers, bro. Like I'm cool. Like I mess with everybody. Like I mess with everybody. Like even if you don't mess with me or you did something flaw to me, like I mess with everybody. Like but that's how I protect my peace or my happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like I just mess with everybody, bro.
That don't make me happy. If you do me wrong, we not cool no more.
But you not religious though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For me, it's just like you have that seed of, you know what I'm saying, that unforgiving seed in you. So it's like, I don't know. It just make me feel like I ain't do something right.
You know, for me, it very much. I'll take it a lot to that. because I'm not religious, but what I do believe in is energy. You know, if you have good energy, I want it around me. If you have bad energy,
keep that where it's at, my guy.
So like, man, if I go to the mall or whatever and a dude come up, you know what I'm saying, cool, like, you know what I'm saying, bro, what you think about these type stuff? Like I don't meet no strangers. I'm like, bro, them dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? You good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of dude. Like, you good? You need something on it? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of dude, bro. Like, I'm helpful to everybody. Like, I don't meet no strangers.
So in the sense of like talking to people in public, I don't meet strangers either. Like I'll talk to anybody in public, but like I'm saying, like if it comes down to you asking me for something, like I'm not gonna offer anybody anything if I don't know you, because I don't know. I'll have to sit down and think about why I don't do it. I have an answer, but it would take.
But it's just where I came from. So it's just like, I don't know, bro. Like where I came from, like I would love for somebody to help me. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm gonna help somebody. Like I want it more, so like I can give more. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I got more.
But think about it. This I always thought of this. I was like
I can always go back down.
This one thing. I always, not for this to sound wrong, cause it might. I always hope that you just don't get just flat out rich, bro. Cause you would give that stuff away in a heartbeat.
That's what they say about my mom. Bro.
Yes, bro. Like, I hope you don't
but,
have all that money, bro, because you would give it away so fast, bro.
But I would give it to the right people, like the charities and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
bro.
I get what you're saying. But like, you would give it all the way to the point where you just dead, bro. I feel like that would be you. Not saying you giving away in a bad way, but you giving away in a good way.
But if you think
you giving so much, but
most rich people stingy.
True. But at the same time, the Bible says what you give, you shall receive 10 times more.
Bro, God would bless me with more money if I gave it all away.
Right, 10 times more.
So how I feel about it? Friends and family, if they ask me for the world, and I didn't have one anymore, I'd give it to them. Strangers, I ain't got nothing for it.
But that's just my purpose, though. Like my purpose is to like give and like make people smile. Like, and I'm also like an empath. So like I weigh other people's feelings on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just me. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't put on earth for that. I was. So like
what I was put on earth for?
I don't know. I don't know.
You gotta figure that out yourself, my boy.
You gotta figure that out yourself. But like that's my purpose.
But there could be another topic for next podcast.
What's your purpose?
What do you think your purpose is?
Next one will be deep.
Well, deep. I just told them my purpose.
Right.
So I just recap.
You just recap what you said.
I just recap.
But I think
that sums it up, man. So like, if you watch it to this point, man, I want you to drop a red heart in the comments. If you watch it to this point, drop a red heart in the comments.
Yes, sir.
You know, for the people that start sticking around, man, we
gonna start giving out prizes, man.
We have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once we let's say
Giveaways.
100 views, 100 subscribers.
The 100 subscribers.
When we get to 100 subscribers, we're gonna do some type of giveaway to first 5 or 10. What y'all think?
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll make a decision. 5 or 10 people that comment whatever we say. Comment at the end of the video.
And whoever drops some red hearts.
And we might put it in the middle of the video.
Whoever drops some red hearts,
you might never.
Whoever drops some red hearts, I'm asking you what's your cash app. I'm gonna send you a little token.
Yeah.
At 100 subscribers.
No, right now, this video. I'm gonna pick somebody out of the comment section that dropped the red heart. And I'm asking you your cash app. No bull job.
It's gonna be one of my family members.
So be it.
So be it. But yeah.
But if you did make it around and you still don't get picked, we appreciate you, man.
Right. I mean, we don't have all the money in the world, dog.
But keep tuning in. Do your part as a viewer and share it.
Right. Share this when you share cool stuff.
Share where you share cool stuff at, man. Put it on your Facebook. Mamas, put it on your Facebook.
All right. Especially the mamas.
The mamas.
Yeah. So
the mama. Real talk. The mamas be having the likes.
Like, comment. You know what I'm saying? Our player broke his leg, so the coach need a sub. We need to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So subscribe to that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get it?
I didn't get it. The player broke his leg.
So the coach need a subscribe.
Okay.
So yeah, all that. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We appreciate y'all.
This is
Real talk.